Hello everyone and welcome to my 2021 setup tour. Today I'm going to be going over all of the stuff that I use to record my videos and stream. So before I get into this video, I want to make sure you all know that you do not have to start off a YouTube channel like this. I've worked my way up to this over the years and doing YouTube for about 5 years. And trust me, it does not take this much equipment right off the bat. I started my YouTube channel with my iPhone 5. I did vlogs for about 3 years. And about 3 years later, I'm here and I'm doing gaming and I absolutely love what I do. And I'm so grateful I get to do this, so thank you all for that. So first off, I want to get started with the PC. My PC is rocking a ROG GTX 1060 6 gig. I have a Corsair case. My RAM is RGB Pro Vengeance RAM. It's 32 gigs with 4 sticks. I absolutely love this RAM. This RAM really helps when I'm video editing. I used to have 8 gigs of RAM. It was like 2100 megahertz. These go all the way up to 3200. Absolutely love this RAM, and it's super fast. It really helps me when I'm gaming and editing, and I highly recommend it. Now for the motherboard and CPU, I use an AZ370 motherboard. It's a very nice motherboard. I highly recommend it. It's a little on the expensive side, but it leaves a lot of room for upgrading later on in the future. My CPU is an i7-8700 from Intel. It's a very good CPU for gaming if you're just starting off, and I'd highly recommend it. Now for my cooler, I use a Cooler Master cooler. It's a pretty decent cooler. I hear it makes some noise sometimes, so I'm thinking about getting an AIO soon. I have an Elgato capture card. It's the HD60 Pro from Elgato. It's very nice. I'd highly recommend it. I use it for my camera. Now for the monitors, I use 2 HP monitors for my first one and one to the left of me. They're both 60 hertz monitors, and then on the other one I have a Samsung old TV that I use. I was going through my closet one day and I saw this thing just laying there and I was like, oh, why not put it to good use? And it's actually a decent monitor, 60 hertz and all that good stuff. I'm hoping to upgrade to 144 hertz, and for anyone that's getting into gaming, I'd recommend 144 hertz. Now for audio, I used to use a Rode pod mic connected to the Rode PSA1. Very nice budget microphone. If you're going with XLR, I'd highly recommend the Rode pod mic. The Rode PSA1 is built to hold it. It's 2 pounds, so you should have no problem with that boom arm holding the pod mic. Now for my microphone that I'm using currently, this is the Shure SM7B. Michael Jackson even used it in the video Thriller. Connected to it, I have a blue Compass mic arm. Absolutely love this mic arm. It's very nice, very sturdy, and even has a raceway to hide the cables. Going into my microphone, I have the Go XLR Mini. This is a very nice piece of machinery. I love it to bits. Basically what this thing allows you to do is when you're live, you can hear exactly what your stream hears. So there's only one audio source and OBS. So you can tell if something's going wrong, or if something doesn't sound right, or if it's too loud, or if it's too quiet. You can raise it up to the perfect volume so you hear exactly what your stream hears. I also have an old Scarlett 2i2 that I used to use. I used to use that for the pod mic, but then I realized I wanted something with a bit more gain and that had compression and EQ and noise gates and all that good stuff. With the Go XLR software, you can even tweak the microphone's EQ to have it sound absolutely flawless. With something just like the Scarlett, you don't get any of that. You just get a basic microphone sound out of your signal chain. Now for my headphones, I use DT990 Pros with the 80 ohm version, but these are open back headphones and these are the 80 ohm version. I use them with the Go XLR and they work just fine and I love them. I used to use the Arctis 5s from SteelSeries. They've lasted me quite a long time. These are actually really good headphones. Now for my Stream Deck. The Stream Deck is super cool and also very essential to my streams. Basically what you can do with this thing, you can program it to do pretty much anything onto your PC. I have hotkeys for my stream. If I want to put out a Discord link into the chat, I just click a button and then it sends it out to the chat. I can switch between scenes with it. I can launch apps. I can even see my CPU usage out of it. Now for my keyboard and mice, I use a Razer Huntsman Elite for my keyboard. Absolutely love this keyboard. I don't think it was worth the $200 I paid for it though, but it's a very nice keyboard. As for my mouse, I use a Logitech G502. This mouse has lasted me a very long time. I've had this for the majority of forever. I like this mouse a lot, although I am thinking of upgrading it soon. And then for my lighting, I use 2 newer lights that you can find on Amazon. Both of them, I paid $50 for both of them. They come with color filters. They've lasted me a very long time. I use RGB floodlights, so there's an app on my phone that I can use that changes change the colors with. As for the camera, I use a Sony a5100 mirrorless camera. Basically how this thing works is it goes into the Elgato capture card I have via HDMI, and then I use a power supply to plug it into the battery so it doesn't die halfway through the stream. The lens I'm using on it at this very moment is a Sigma f1.4 35mm. For my webcam, I use a Logitech C920. This is a super nice webcam. If you're just starting, you can get it on Amazon for about $77. Obviously, if you want to get that nice 60 FPS, super clear, crisp quality, your best bet is an actual camera. Now for my green screen, I just have an Elgato green screen that you can pull up out of the ground and then push it back down. It's super nice. I love it. I used to have like a blanket that I would hang under my bunk bed. That's where my setup used to be. I would use the support beams on the bed to hang up a green blanket behind it. It was terrible, but when I upgraded to this thing, it was absolutely amazing. For software, I use Photoshop for thumbnails and then Premiere Pro for any editing, and then OBS to record and stream. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If I didn't cover or I missed something, please let me know. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night.